Okay, guys, welcome to this new session. In this one, we are going to. Uh, it's mostly gonna be a recorded one, as we did change the time from Saturday to Sunday for just for this week. So, what I'm gonna be covering here is. Oh, guys, don't do that.
Is about the Stormy DIY weather station
Yeah.
kit.
So give me 1 second. So now this we're gonna be covering the third chapter here.
And we have a new student.
Yeah, we got some new students too. Okay, guys. Okay, Ibrahim, can you please start reading the first paragraph? Okay, can you read the first paragraph, Ibrahim?
Oh, I mean,
Give it a try. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome to Future
No,
Engineers.
one by one, guys. One by one.
Welcome, future engineers. This week we're going on a treasure hunt, not for gold, but for the tools and materials that will bring your inventions to life. Just like a superhero needs their gadgets, you'll need the right equipment to build STEM creations.
Today's big goals. 1. Become an
electronic explorer
No,
safely.
if
2. Learn how to find materials without breaking your piggy bank. 3. Discover the magic of 3D design like digital play.
Okay,
Part
guys,
1.
no,
Electronics
we are taking
basics.
turns.
Tiny magic everywhere.
We are taking turns, guys, and Blake is here.
Oh no.
Assalamu alaikum, Blake. How are you doing?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah. Thank you for joining. And can you see my screen?
Am I like the only one attending?
No, we have the rest of the people are here. Guys, do you wanna say hi?
And this is my second cousin. Mine too.
So we are traveling, so that's why most of us are
We're in Dallas.
in on the same screen. So Blake, you are not alone. Okay, so we just started up, and then this is like we're gonna be talking about the basics of electronics. So, Blake, have you ever used this LED resistor in any circuit?
Yes, I did.
Okay, wait 1 second.
Yeah.
What did you make?
There was actually a few projects that I made with them.
Okay.
How many people individually?
Oh, I look.
Blake,
Is anyone else gonna join the call?
I don't know about that. Because we had a different time, so maybe it's just gonna be us. I'm not sure. So, can you tell us like what did you make using those components? I'm just gonna go over these components. So basically, LED, guys. Do we know what an LED is?
Tiny light bulb.
Yeah.
It's a tiny light bulb. That is correct. And what about resistor?
Yes.
Okay,
Controls
this come this way.
a resistor. A resistor. If you need so much electricity in one place, but you need less electricity, you can put a resistor,
Yeah.
and then the place with less electricity will enter the resistor, and then some electricity will be in the resistor, and the others will go to the other thing.
No, the whole electricity is gonna pass through the resistor, but it actually controls the flow of electrons. It's like a faucet, water faucet for electrons. The battery. Why do we put batteries in our circuits?
Because it gives power.
Yeah, but my brother licked it a million times.
Okay, yeah, because
Even though it says, but don't lick it.
yeah, and it's like we need a battery. So I have a question for you guys. So I made this thing which does not work.
Doorbin!
Yeah, this is a
DIY kit
okay. This is a weather
for
station.
kids.
That's good. This is a weather station. So this one doesn't have a battery. Do you know how can it get the power? It still can get the power.
The sun?
Okay, one thing is like you can get the power using sun. That is called the solar energy.
Yeah, solar energy.
Any other guess?
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
From a Raspberry Pi or something. Arduino.
Circuit?
No.
Battery.
So some things
No.
they like this monitor does not have a battery. How is it getting
Oh,
power?
wireless.
It is wired, so the power is coming from the electrical wires. Good job. Okay,
Should know.
okay. Does anyone know what a breadboard is?
Yes.
What is a breadboard?
Let
Where you put the LED lights.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay, so yeah, so a breadboard. Have you? Let me just show you guys what a breadboard looks like. Give me 1 second.
Breadboard.
And just search it.
We can, but we also have a distinct
Oh.
board, and if I may create one circuit, this is how the breadboard looks like.
Oh.
I have one of those.
Yeah, so over here in the breadboard you can have like all of these slots.
All of these connect to one each other. This one connects to like each
Yeah,
other.
this line- the
These
whole li-
connect like these,
Yeah,
and this.
these are connected. Line 1 is connected, line 2 is connected, but line 1 is not connected to line number 2. So that's how the breadboard works. Okay, so now what we have to do, like maybe we'll go in a circle, and you need to find out how can we make something which is less than $5, and what does it do? We have to make, give me 1 second. You're home, you have old toys and local stores. You can go over there, find okay, yeah, can you think of something which is less than $5 and you can actually sell it, and you get
Candy.
candy, but you can't really make it, can you?
String. String I already thought of, but then on here it's a tin cans, DIY switch. Oh, with aluminum foil.
Yeah.
Wait, you can sell. You can sell.
Breadboard.
You can sell the breadboard. You can, yeah, he's right that if you have a breadboard, you can actually put the circuit over there, and it's gonna be it may end up costing you less than $5, and you can sell it over there. But basically, that activity was like trying to find something less expensive and then sell it. Okay, we can also do a 3D design drawing in the air to create objects in 3D printer, which can be real. So we can use this Tinkercad and BlocksCAD. That's another one to actually make some parts, and you can.
BlocksCAD. What's BlocksCAD?
Let me see if I have
A
that.
software.
No, education. Do I have the BlocksCAD? I do not have the link right now.
Search BlocksCAD.
Okay,
Search BlocksCAD.
I think that is to give the designs to the BlocksCAD. Gives the design to the 3D printer. That's what that is. So you can actually make the 3D designs over here and then feed them to the 3D printer. Yusuf, have you ever used a 3D printer?
We don't have one, but I've used it before. Do you know what Blender is?
Yeah. Have you used a blender?
Oh, I know everything that there is to know in Blender. That's what I learned in my coding class.
Oh wow. So guys, he's talking about Blender. It's a
We have Blender.
we have Blender, but you can actually make a lot of things on Blender.
Yeah, I know how to make like models and stuff.
Yes, so you make the models and then you can actually feed
Wait,
them.
Abu, you have Blender installed.
I have Blender installed, but we're not gonna be talking about
Show
Blender.
them to.
Guys, I have to go over someone's design today, so I want to focus on that. But let's
Can
do
I use the bathroom?
can you wait for
No.
40 minutes? Huh?
No.
Okay, go ahead. We are waiting. We're just gonna do the quiz. After that, we will go over your design today. Okay, we have to.
Ibrahim's?
Okay, someone's design. Okay, guys, ready? I'm gonna start the quiz. Blake, are you ready? Okay.
Blake, you're mute.
Glows like a tiny light bulb.
It goes like a tiny. Printing with electronic mark. Wash your hands.
Ask permission. No.
All All of these are.
Wash your hands.
Yes,
No way.
that is correct. Wash your hands. Okay, where's the best place to find cheap materials? Dollar stores and old toys?
Yeah.
There's inside your cereal box, the moon, and the sun. What option do you pick?
Okay, it makes things
That one.
then controls electricity flow like a faucet.
Yeah.
That's correct. Okay,
Breadboard.
which tool lets you
Breadboard,
test
breadboard.
circuits without solder?
Breadboard.
That is correct.
You should add like electrical parts, not like a spoon.
Yeah. What's the first step in 3D designing a name tag?
Summon a 3D printing fairy. That's a rectangle base.
Yes. So you need to have a base whenever you are doing a 3D design. There needs to be a base. Okay, why shouldn't you lick batteries?
That one.
They contain harmful chemicals. That's right. Okay, what can you use aluminum foil for in inventions? Make a DIY switch or conductor.
Abu, can we get one wrong? This
Which
one,
3
this one.
website has 3D designs to download?
Unicorndreams.net.
No, we don't even know that.
Thingiverse.
No, this is the Thingiverse. Okay, what should
Give it
you
a head.
do if you have a circuit doesn't work?
Put it in the
Check
freezer.
connections and try
Yeah.
again, like Thomas says.
What was the question, Sam?
This one.
No, what is the question?
What
What
should
should
you
you
do?
do?
You didn't even read the
Work.
question, right?
It's because it's so obvious. There's a cereal box.
Okay, good job, guys. Okay, so now we have to go over someone's design, and
Whose
this
is it?
it's gonna be Ibrahim's design, and we're gonna help him out.
No.
Guys, give me. So we're gonna have
Ibrahim ends?
Ibrahim N is not here. So maybe
No,
next
but
time we will
No,
go.
but Blake is here, and Blake's on Ibrahim Ends is here, and Blake's on Ibrahim Ends team, and I'm here, and me and Blake are in.
In the same team.
Yeah.
But did you guys work on it?
Yes.
What did you work?
Oh, we worked on the design. Blake has it.
Blake should speak for himself. You tell me, what did you work on?
Oh, so
So you didn't
I.
work on it.
I
So
did.
maybe next time you will get a chance. Okay. So
He didn't work on anything too.
no, he did. So let me show you what Ibrahim worked on. Ibrahim Ghumman, and then basically what we have to help him out. What
Oh my.
what? Okay, can you come inside and then we can talk about it? Okay, guys. Okay, so guys, he wants to actually make something like a game which should have a screen, and then he needs to have some controls.
That would cost like $1 million.
Not really. We're gonna help him do it so that it's like we have a joystick, right? And we have some buttons. Let's say, how about we just for him, Ibrahim, come here and then we will talk. Okay, we can't.
Talking about us.
Okay, so maybe let's give him one button, and then maybe a joystick like this. Oops. Here's another one joystick. So let's help him find the hardware first, and then we'll find out what are the options for the screen. Okay, so today is gonna be today we're gonna look into what is the hardware like. Sorry, 1 second. We're gonna look into the joystick, find a good joystick for him, then we're gonna find some good buttons for him, buttons, and then we're gonna talk about and I'm gonna put the screens here. For screens we have to ask and we have to get some help in order to have a cheaper screen, and the game is gonna be which can play the game, right? So let's start with the joystick. So where do we go if we want to find some cheap joysticks.
Amazon.
That's one choice. What else? So
Alibaba.
we're gonna start.
Alibaba.
Yeah, we're gonna start with the Amazon
Joysticks.
joystick, uh, DIY. Okay,
That's
so
cheap.
not really. So we
That's
have a
not
six.
what I want.
Give me 1 second. We have to look for a little bit cheaper ones. One option is that okay, there is a EG starts 4-player classic DIY arcade joystick can part. I'm going to put this way. Okay, parts USB encoder to PC control games, 4x8 stick. Okay, so there are sticks. There are 4 over here, and then video game console, MIM, Raspberry Pi, and 4 colors. Give me 1 second.
No, I don't want that.
So maybe it comes with the game, Ibrahim. So all you need is a screen then. So let's find out.
How do you
Uh,
get the screen?
No, give me. So basically, it's a 4x8 way stick plus 5-volt LED illuminated push buttons compatible. Let's watch the video to find out what that is. I'm gonna mute it because Blake won't be able to hear that. Okay, so it comes with a console like that. Okay, and then you put the okay, that's how it works. Okay, maybe you just connect a monitor with that, right?
I don't want that.
I got it, but let's see how much. Beautiful LED arcade game DIY parts for main Jama project. Made the highest quality material when receiving. Okay. So, but what games you can play with that? This is LED arcade. Yeah, we're gonna keep it short.
Because we're gonna
I want my own games.
Yes, I got it. So EG start. Great happiness in the EG gaming. Maybe it comes with the.
Street Fighters.
No, give me 1 second. Let me read the description one more time. See more product details.
I think it comes with Street Fighters.
Okay. Arcade joystick, get parts, USB encoder to PC controls game. Okay.
Can it be used with a Raspberry Pi?
So that's what it comes with. And you have to do some more research on that, Ibrahim. Maybe after the class.
Abu, press that.
Which one? This one?
Can it?
Can
yes.
it be used with the Raspberry Pi? Yes, the arcade can be used with the Raspberry Pi. Yes, this arcade joystick kit is compatible with Raspberry Pi
You bought something from the gas station.
according to customer reviews. Give me 1 second.
Tell me if
Okay,
you
what
did.
games?
Yes or no?
What games can be played with this arcade joystick? Okay, this arcade joystick is compatible with a variety of games, including fighting games, classic arcade games, and games that can be played with a Raspberry Pi.
I want my own games.
I got it, Ibrahim, but we have to start doing. We have to focus on one thing at a time. Either we can make our own games and then play, or we can actually make the hardware. We can't do two things at the same time. Okay, so I'm gonna see how much the same thing costs on AliExpress.
Then Alibaba, right?
We can see. We have to compare once before buying it. We have to compare if.
So it's 83 in Amazon. How much?
Let's see if we can find the same thing on AliExpress.
For $3. You have
0.99.
Why maybe EG arcade can EG arcade can
$27.
yeah. Initially, I was just thinking of having like a joystick like that and some buttons, and then the rest we're gonna be putting there.
This isn't what I want.
Yes.
But you didn't make that thing which you want.
Yeah, then
Did you have the paperwork for that? Did you make any images?
Yeah,
Where is it?
at home.
Okay, maybe you can show us the next time. But can you tell us like What do you remember? What you wanted to have?
Yeah.
Okay, tell us, and then we can go from there. Shoot. Yeah, go ahead.
I want it to look like a Nintendo Switch.
It's gonna look like a Nintendo Switch, like give me 1 second,
Like this.
like
and
this,
Then, and then two
and
controllers.
then two controls, like one over here and one over here.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna make that, or you gonna use the Nintendo Switch?
I'm gonna make it.
You're gonna make it with the 3D printer?
No.
Huh?
I'm just gonna make the screen and the controllers.
Make it how? With your own hands? How do you have
Okay.
the stuff?
No, how would you make, like, are you thinking of making them with the 3D printed part, or you wanted to buy a let's find out. Let's ask ChatGPT. Can I-
ChatGPT told me we can remove the code from the Nintendo Switch remotes
Okay, give me 1 second.
and make our own codes.
Can I use, can I,
Remind you of my favorite book.
can I, Sama, please, you're in a class.
Can
I
remember my
Sama, you're in a class, please, let me focus. Can I, find, like, can I use Nintendo Switch with my own game? I just want to use the Nintendo Switch hardware. Can use the Nintendo Switch hardware with your own games, but there are important limitations, legal and unsupported way. First of all, it's gonna void the warranty, so you won't be able to. So you're gonna be basically jailbreaking, meaning you're gonna be like
going in jail.
they don't allow you to do that. So you can't actually use their hardware. Alternative approach. Use
I'm
Nintendo
not. I'm gonna create my own Nintendo Switch.
as a controller for.
He's gonna
another-
create.
How would you create your own? No, like, are you thinking of using the 3D printer
What? Yeah.
to make your own, right?
Abu,
So that's what we were talking about. To get a joystick, you have to start with a little bit small. You can't actually. You need a lot of engineers in order to make the whole thing, like the Nintendo Switch. Either we can use the Nintendo Switch hardware, but that's gonna be very costly. People are paying Nintendo Switch price. Does anyone know that? How much it costs?
Oh, Nintendo Switch 2s. I will search Nintendo Switch 2.
Give me 1 second. So it costs almost $300. So you are thinking that people will get $300 and then start tweaking that?
Nintendo Switch 2.
And even the 2 1 costs $700. So no,
94.
where is it?
Those are Joy-Cons.
These are not the whole thing. That's not okay. So the other thing is, so we have to start with the joystick, with just a joystick, and the. Give me 1 second. Can you help me think of creating my own console with a joystick and a button and maybe a wooden or plastic box for cheap. Okay, totally doable and very comfortable. So the goal is to build a simple game console that plays simple 2D games like Snake, Tetris, and Pong. Okay,
What?
Ibrahim, we will get there. If we don't have any hardware, we won't be able to even start it. Okay, so maybe we'll start with the small games and then we're gonna go ahead and do that. Give me 1 second. So uses
Abu,
what?
I have a code for my old publisher website.
I got it, Ibrahim, but we need a hardware. We're not just making and selling the games right now. Okay, so uses a joystick and button for input, outputs to a screen, TV, or small display.
We can make our own
Fits in a
hardware.
plastic. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Okay, so the parts we're gonna need is a microcontroller, a Raspberry Pi Pico, which is gonna be $4, a joystick module, which is gonna be $2, and a button, which is 50 cents, and a display, which could be, oh wow, and a buzzer module. So what he's saying is like you can end up making something which is gonna be around $15 to $25. Okay, so that's what we're gonna go for. Okay, and
15 to
everyone is gonna be getting a chance
$25.
to make their own thing. If you will just start thinking that I'm gonna have my own game with the console, it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, Ibrahim.
We will get there. Once we have the hardware, we will try to put your game in it. Okay. Okay.
Bye
Use.
bye.
Okay. So
You're
this.
gonna cry.
Okay. Better graphics and HTML. Option 2. There's an option 2 too, where you can use the Raspberry Pi Zero, which is around, which is about $15. Okay. Console box. Screen options. We have the screen option. Okay. I have few questions, right? Can you tell me where to buy the joystick and screen so cheap? Okay, let's find out. So there's a link. Let's see if it works. It does not work, and what we have to look for is analog joystick module. Okay, so what he's saying is like we're gonna need an analog joystick module, and here's one. Okay, these are the 3D printed parts. So you have to, so the first thing you need to do, Ibrahim, is to find out which joystick module you're gonna be using. Okay,
Okay.
so the first thing we need to make sure that we wanna have something, maybe an like an arcade controller like that.
I
Okay.
want it like this.
Give me one. And the arcade joystick button set. Let's see. Arcade joystick button set. Okay, so I think that's what I was talking about. Maybe it's gonna have a joystick and a button. So maybe we can actually start from that. The next one is the cheap display, right? So we are looking for this 0.6. Let me find out. Okay, so these are very small displays, Ibrahim. We can use these ones, right?
I
But
want a big one.
maybe a little bit more bigger, so we can actually have.
Abu, the one that I found was like a Raspberry Pi one.
Really?
A Raspberry Pi touchscreen one. Raspberry Pi screen. Just search Raspberry Pi screen.
But they're gonna be expensive. Let me do that.
Raspberry Pi screen.
Blake, feel free if you have
Like
a
that.
question or any input. Okay.
Those.
I don't want you to.
Sorry?
If you have any question or any input or you wanted to talk about a different topic, just feel free to say it. Okay. I don't want you to feel left out.
Wait,
Okay.
Abu, we
are
can
just
get
trying to
that.
help.
Okay.
So basically, I'm trying to help Ibrahim this time. But whenever, because he had a plan, whenever you are sure that what you're gonna be making, Hunai or you can actually maybe in the next
Abu, we
session
can
we can
get
actually
this.
go. Okay, give me 1 second.
Abu, we can get this.
But you have to look at, always keep an eye on the price. If I end up making something for $100, it's gonna be so hard to sell. So we have to find out which one is like we always want to make sure that the price is not high, so we can actually, people are willing to pay that money. Look, this one is 1439. It's a 3.5 inch Raspberry Pi display. Okay, so we can actually get this one, which is 1439. Here's another one, guys. It's the 3.5 inches for Raspberry Pi display. I think this is great, and it can also run your oh, where did it go? It can also run your own game.
Huh?
Yes,
Oh,
because
there,
it's
there.
yeah, over here. This one.
Yeah.
Yes. So this is like a 3.5 inch for Raspberry Pi display, and it is just $10. But it was showing me a different price over. Oh, it was like $10. Okay, so get a 3.5 inch. The first thing, Ibrahim, you can do, where is the scary? So instead of that, you're gonna get a 3.5 inch Raspberry Pi screen, and instead of having the full blown Raspberry Pi, you're gonna be using the Raspberry Pi Zero. It will have everything, and it's gonna be very cheap. Raspberry Pi Zero. Let's find out the price. So on AliExpress, oh, not this one, buy a Raspberry Pi Zero. Okay, so it looks like this. It's a smaller version of that. You're gonna need that, and if I say buy now, it is supposed to be $5 or $5 or $10, depending on which version you use. So maybe we're gonna be using without the give me 1 second, which yeah, after this one, maybe if we'll have time. If something, you have to contribute, even though we are doing it for Ibrahim, you have to give your input. So maybe next time he will give input for you. Come here. Okay, so which Raspberry Pi is the cheapest? It's called Pico, sorry, not Y. Raspberry Pi Pico. Okay, guys, so you can actually get it for $10, and it can run like the game. Let me ask them just to make sure. Can it run Scratch? Can Pico run Scratch games? No, the Pico cannot run Scratch game. Why? It's a microcontroller, not a full computer. Okay. Rebuild Scratch OLED. Okay, Python. Pi4 or W. Okay. How much is 0? Okay, it could be. We don't want to. You have the. We do not need to have a wireless one. So hopefully you will be able to get it for $5. In theory, we'll find out where we can do that. But in theory, you're gonna have a Raspberry Pi, which is $5. You're gonna have a screen, which we saw that you should be able to find a screen for $10. Okay, you should be able to find the Raspberry Pi Zero for, let's say, how much? $5, and the rest of them, let's say that another $10. So try to make the whole thing.
So $510.
Not $500, $5, $10, and $10. The rest of the things. Let me write it down. Rest of the joystick, button, plastic casing, everything is gonna be $10. So how much are we looking at?
Wait, Abu.
Give me 1 second. Yes.
25.
Yes. $25. But
Abu.
what?
I wanna do.
Wait.
You can tell me.
Abu, there's 10 minutes left.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Okay.
नहीं 5 minutes. आपने कहा था 40 minutes.
Okay, we'll keep it short, guys. Today we are not.
What's it called again?
Give me 1 second, Ibrahim. We have Ibrahim.
What is it?
Over.
What is it? Can you please, Ibrahim? Can you please tell us? Okay.
Shift.
Okay, Ibrahim.
Oh, see, he's wrong button.
No, wait 1 second. We are not. Can you tell me what are you talking? What do you want me to write? Oh, the dollar sign. Thank you for helping me out. Okay, guys. So for you, Ibrahim, the next task is to find all the components and try to have everything less than $30. So you can actually sell it for around about $40. So $40 is a good
But I want to
price
sell
to
it for 100 or something.
no, like we will find out. Maybe if more people are interested in it, but try to make the whole thing for $30 for now. Okay, you have to have. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna
And
ask
then-
him about the. Like.
How can I make this $100?
No, give me 1 second.
How can I make this $100?
We're just gonna.
How can I make this $100?
You can sell it for anything. I don't know if the people are gonna buy it or not. So the next thing is, you
Five
have
more
to
minutes and then
help
freedom.
me put Raspberry Pi 0, Raspberry Pi 0. What was the other thing? The 3.5 OLED. Is it OLED or SPI? SPI. Give me 1 second. Where are we putting 3.5 Raspberry Pi? I think it's called no 3.5. 3.5
Show my screen
And-
anyway.
screen. You're presenting, I know that. Help me put Raspberry Pi 0, 3.5 screen and joystick and a button in a plastic casing. Or do you recommend putting them in a wooden casing? Okay.
3 more minutes. 15.
Okay. So
15 means 3.
okay.
3 more minutes.
How do I go there?
Okay. Okay, so plastic is a lightweight one, cheap and widely available. Cons: you can melt under heat if you are not careful while cutting. So basically, Ibrahim, if you can
I
have
want to be pros level.
which one?
Pros level.
No, it's a pros and cons. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using a wooden one? Stronger, and it's gonna. What is another disadvantage, guys? And yeah, Yusuf, this is a question for you. If he sends everything, if he makes a casing like a wooden one,
Yeah.
what is the disadvantage of that?
I learned it in my coding class. I just remember that plastic. But I just remember that plastic was better.
Yeah, it was plastic was better. The thing is that if you use a wooden one, another disadvantage I can think of is like when you are sending it or shipping it to the customer.
It could break.
No, it's gonna become very heavy, and you're gonna end up paying a lot more money. Okay, so heavier is not good at all. It's gonna be hard to send everything to the customer. So the plastic is better. How you can make it is parts are here.
What is the disadvantage of plastic?
Well,
About dormant.
it can. You asked a question and then you are telling me that how much time we are. So you're not interested in the answer, or something.
I am.
Okay, so layout planning. You have to, Ibrahim. You have to cut the holes, but give me 1 second.
Wait,
So
Uncle,
you
can
have-
we make it waterproof?
We will do it maybe afterwards, not in the first version,
Man.
because we are trying to keep it cheap, and we'll see if.
Can we make it waterproof?
Give me 1 second. But we have to no, Ibrahim. What Ibrahim? Ibrahim, only one person can write. Please, Ibrahim.
And that one person's me.
Ibrahim, wait. Ibrahim, wait. This is not how the class works.
Can we
Okay.
make it? Abu.
Ibrahim, give me one. Ibrahim, please wait. Ibrahim, Ibrahim, you will get a chance. Okay, you will get a chance after the class. You will get a chance. Osama, please don't do that. Guys, don't do that.
Okay, I'm not.
Make
Ibrahim, you are not listening.
water.
Okay, you can make it waterproof or water resistant, but it takes extra care. And you have to get the electronics enclosure, which is the rating of that should be IP65, which means it can tolerate the water, and the casing is gonna be very expensive, but you can look into that. So the another task you have to work on is like find a casing, uh, and maybe you're gonna end up putting an aluminum casing. Okay, if using a battery, are you thinking of have this one shouldn't are you thinking that it's gonna have a battery?
What?
Is it gonna have a battery?
It's gonna be chargeable.
Okay, so you have to think about maybe in the next version, but in the basic version I would say just have something uh, which can be plugged.
Chargeable batteries.
What?
How about those chargeable batteries?
Rechargeable batteries. Yeah, you can look into that too. Okay, guys.
Time?
So again, as I said, Blake, did you get a chance to work on your project? You didn't send me anything. Like, if you get a chance to work on your project, you can send us like the name of the project or like the description of the product and some pictures what you are building, or if you need help in some ideas, let me know and we can help you out in that. We're gonna keep this class short. So
Adios.
yes.
Adios. Let's go. Adios,
Okay.
let's go.
Thank you.